sports fans out there, and welcome back to the Hot Seat Sports Talk. And, well, we're back, sort of.
Yeah, there's a tree here now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, me and you both out sick last week.
Yeah,
we're back. We're good. We're good. So, we got a lot to talk about today.
Oh my gosh.
So, because we've been away for a while.
Yeah.
4-minute offense, let's get this going. Jason Witten to leave Monday Night Football and return to the Cowboys on a 1-year, $3.5 million deal.
And this was just breaking news, like reported today, Thursday.
Yeah.
Like for us today. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I'm shocked. He talked about when he was in the booth for Monday Night Football how he just loved retirement pretty much, right? Just ready just to be done. But oh my gosh, does he want to help the Cowboys? Does he think they're not good? Why? But
it's huge for Dallas. It's huge for Dallas. They get a weapon back. They get a guy who he was catching the ball like crazy. He was great when he played. He wasn't great when he played at the end because they had more weapons like Des Bryant and Ezekiel Elliott, and they had Prescott who can move, move in the pocket, and he can run. But now they have Witten back. This helps, get the attention off of Amari Cooper. This helps get the attention off of Cooper. This spreads their offense out. This is another weapon at Dallas before even free agency starts.
That's huge. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm just so shocked that he just returned. That's the only thing really about this.
It's
I'm so shocked. But
well,
yeah, it's awesome.
Now the question is who they find to replace Witten with. That's the whole thing. Gruden's gone. He's with the Raiders. I mean, he's playing, he's coaching. And now without...
Oh, you mean Jason Garrett? Wait.
No, Gruden. Gruden was Monday night.
Wait, what are you talking? Oh, replace him now for Monday night.
Yeah.
Someone new, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I really hope it's good because that crew last year wasn't the best.
I don't know. I didn't like it much either.
It wasn't the best, so maybe they can upgrade. I hope they do, but this is huge for Dallas.
Right.
Huge for Dallas. Huge move. Demaryius Thomas arrested and charged with vehicular assault following a crash that happened a week ago.
He was in the car with two other people. Him and his male friend did not get injured that badly, but the female passenger in the car sustained pretty bad injuries, and they all had to go to the hospital, and it's just, wow. They were going 70 miles per hour in a 30 zone. Not good.
Now, here's the thing. They have to look at probably,
Intoxication, possibly.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs.
That's the huge thing. I mean, a couple of years ago, they popped Le'Veon Bell and Garrett Blunt together. They were high on the road.
Yeah, no matter what stature just how famous you are, you can't do this. You have to be safe. You have to abide by the rules, by the laws. You could have hurt someone. You could have killed someone. You could have killed yourself. It could have been bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's now for him going forward in his career after being cut by Houston. This hurts him. Teams are not going to want this.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to want to deal with this.
No, they don't want to deal.
And plus, he's coming off of tearing his Achilles last year.
Off an injury. That's a pretty horrific injury too.
So he has charges and an injury. That's not something that
for him. It's going downhill.
No, it's I thought okay, maybe a team could sign him. They could sign him, and then maybe he comes back. He works hard. He comes back. Maybe it's September, October. Now he's really getting trouble.
He's screwed.
Not only has to deal with charges, he's got to deal with trying to rehab in his injury too. That's terrible. Patriots owner Robert Kraft, he's been in the news.
Goodness gracious.
Because what's a New England or NFL offseason without New England being involved?
Yeah, that's honestly the question.
Yeah, he's pleaded not guilty to solicitation charges. He's facing a misdemeanor.
With prostitutes. But here's the thing. They have video proof of him doing it twice. He could have done it possibly way more times than we know of. There's video proof of him going there and having these acts done to him. Why is he pleading not guilty? He's just going to make it worse for him. Make the charges.
He's going to get out of this. But he's not going to jail. There's no way.
He's going to get pressed charges, though.
Well, yeah, but there's no way he goes to jail.
I know, but it's just huge. Why would you plead? No, the biggest thing about this is pleading not guilty when we have video evidence. Video evidence that proves you were there and you did these acts. Why are you pleading not guilty?
Jupiter, Florida, their police are investigating it right
there's at least 25 people in this crime.
Involved,
yeah.
And they got to look at all the other people that are involved too. It's not just Kraft.
It's just the biggest name. Like, people thought that, they were kind of pressuring more on Robert Kraft because of his stature, because of his position as the Patriots owner. But no, they said they're going to treat him fair, just like all the rest of them.
Exactly. That's what you have to do.
That's exactly what you have to do.
I mean, sure. Those other people are probably going to go to jail. They probably are.
Most likely.
But with him,
he could get bailed if he.
He has the money.
He doesn't for his court case or his sentencing or whatever. He doesn't have to be there. A lawyer is there representing him. He doesn't even have to show up.
Exactly. His bailout is probably
snap of fingers.
Yeah, like $5 to the average person.
Honestly.
Exactly. He has enough money. It's just boom. He's gone. He's out. That's terrible.
When the last known time he did this was the day of the AFC Championship game, when after he was in Jupiter, Florida, he flew right to Kansas City for the game.
Oh, okay.
That just blows my mind.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Not good.
And another unbelievable thing, Antonio Brown's not angry with Pittsburgh. He still wants to trade. Well, here's the thing. The number one team we were talking about before we went on, Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
It makes all the sense.
It makes sense. They have 2 first-round picks.
They don't need
Teams are asking for, they're offering 3rd and 4th-round picks for Antonio Brown. Green Bay, you should go out and get him. You don't go from Favre to Rock. It doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Cowherd, he said it too. It doesn't happen. You have Devontae Adams. Go out and get something.
He's a good receiver. Imagine if he was a number 2 receiver if Antonio Brown was there. Their offense would be unstoppable. And if Jimmy Graham steps up this season too, and then who's the running back? What's his name? Aaron Jones? No. He's one of them.
He's one of
them.
them. Just Ty Montgomery. No, he got traded.
Their backs in general, and their players, their offense
Jamal
would be
Williams?
unstoppable. Yeah, Jamal Williams.
Yeah. It's, you're Green Bay. You're Midwest. You're a Midwest team. You're not a big enough market to pull free agents in.
Yes.
You're not
a market.
They're like the Spurs in,
Yes.
in that, or Vancouver in hockey.
Or
They're
Sacramento, even in basketball too.
Or in Sacramento, or Seattle in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You're not big markets. You're not the Los Angeles, the New England, the Boston, the Florida,
Yes.
But this makes sense. You have 2 first-round picks. You trade. You go and get him.
Yeah, this would be huge.
They're even Midwest so in the fact that they like coupons. Green Bay,
wow.
They're so Midwest. They use coupons whenever they get them. They use coupons on this, and this. It's time to not to use a coupon. You have a good offer in the paper.
So yeah, if the Steelers are looking to trade him, they should look towards Green Bay because they're not going to look in the AFC North or the Patriots. We already know that for a fact. So just look in Green Bay. They can get a good offer, 1st rounder. That's huge.
Exactly. It just makes sense. It makes way too much sense for that. All right, let's go to a discussion board because we have an overflow of news. March Madness is around the corner.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It is.
I'm so excited.
It's around the corner. It's, I don't think there's one contender this year. Like, no runaway.
Yes, you can't tell who, the overall winner will be, because anybody could win this tournament now. It's really tight this season.
Especially with Duke. And, here's the thing with Duke. Should Zion shut it down? You're the Duke guy. You know more about Duke.
You're asking me if Zion should not play the rest of the season to look for his NBA future?
Yes. Or look to his starting career with the New York Knicks, I should say.
We've heard of NBA players even speak out saying he's a phenomenal athlete, basketball player. He's amazing. He's going to go 1st overall.
Exactly.
And that's pretty much
we all know that.
Everyone's saying he should just rest. But the question is, does he want to help Duke win now?
Well, look at it. They just lost to Virginia Tech this week.
Without him, yeah. But it's a good team too. But you're basically we're saying that there's a lot more confidence behind Duke with Zion playing.
Well, Duke's not a quality team to lose to a team like Virginia Tech. There's no excuse for it.
If you
have that stature, you can't lose to a team like that.
It's just huge.
If they don't have Zion,
yes.
If they don't have Zion, Duke's going to exit early.
I think this is the thing. I could see it going both ways. I could see him just not playing just to look for the NBA, but I can also see his love for basketball, his love for playing. I could see him coming back to Duke and helping them attempt to win a national championship. If you want my honest opinion, I think he'll come back and play this season.
It-
That's my opinion, but who knows? It's all about how he wants his future set. If
Well,
he
it depends.
doesn't want to risk anything.
Well, Coach K could sit him.
He
You know.
could sit him. He could
No,
even
he
sit
could
him,
sit.
yeah.
No, he could sit him just for the end of the regular season. He could come back for the
Tournament.
conference tournament, the ACC
Conference
tournament.
yes. Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely, and see how he does. If he doesn't look good, he can make the decision to set out the tournament.
That's true, because he wants to
'Cause Duke's
make sure
gonna get
his
one.
future's all set too. He doesn't want him to ruin his career.
Well, there's
basically.
there's no doubt that Duke's going to get a one in this tournament
Yes.
coming up. There's no doubt about that. It's just the fact that that Duke team looks so different without him.
Yes,
The
they
way
rely
that
more
the
on-
way that they play, they can
Yes.
spread the floor. They can open up their shooters. They have better rebounding stats. Without them,
It's
a
more of a
different
fight.
team.
It's more of a fight. They
they
fight
look
more.
like an average team.
No.
They
Not an
almost
average team.
do.
Not an average team. No. They
Well,
just need to fight more.
Well, average teams don't lose to 20
Virginia
ranked
Tech,
team.
20 rank is good. Average teams don't
It's-
lose to teams worse than them. They don't lose to like 5 and 15 teams,
Well, it's the matter of who Duke plays in their conference tournament. If they lose,
which
them,
everybody in their conference is pretty much good.
It's not as great.
As what?
The teams in the bottom half of the ACC as much
They
as
can
the
beat
big
teams
as
in
the
the-
Big 10 or the Big 12
No,
or the Pac-12.
their confidence for the bottom half, they can beat them easily. It's just when they're closer, like another North Carolina, for say, if they play against them again, that would be more
Exactly.
difficult. But no, average teams are fine. They're better than an average team. It's just when they play against better ranked teams. It's like top 10.
It's like Duke
top
losing
10
to a
is hard.
bubble ranked team, a bubble team.
No,
like Dayton or Indiana.
It's not like that at all. Because Virginia Tech is way better. They're not a bubble team. Virginia Tech's not a bubble team.
Well, if they lose a couple, they could be out.
If they lose a couple, yeah, but
Yeah.
what you're talking about, they're not average. No.
Le'Veon Bell. Let's go over him.
Oh, that's been a while.
Yeah. He tweets, he's free, he's tweeted, and I quote, I'm free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. What a slap in the face to Pittsburgh.
What is going on in Pittsburgh? That's the true question. Why does everybody want to leave?
First off, he has no, I don't get that. That's just disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
To Pittsburgh, they gave him a career. They didn't have to draft him, he could have went to another team and he could have had way more problems.
Who knows if his career would have been the same if he never got drafted to Pittsburgh? Who knows? Because they've always been surrounded by
And then-
great offensive linemen.
And then a couple days later, he tweets, where should I go? He tweets out all
That's
fans.
cockiness right there.
Where should I go?
He's just basically showing that
You're not
he can
LeBron.
sign on any team with a snap of his fingers like that.
He's not the LeBron James or the Michael Jordan of the league,
I
of the
completely agree with you.
NFL.
I
He's
completely
not
agree.
like that. He's not a Barry Sanders type running back. He's not Emmitt Smith.
He's not even
he's
like
not-
Todd Gurley. You could
he's-
argue.
He's
Just
not
because
even.
he hasn't played in the whole season.
He's not even where Adrian Peterson was. in
Yes,
his
that's a good comparison.
Or Adrian Peterson was in his prime.
That's a good comparison.
They're, he's going to go where the money is. There's no doubt.
Well, that's all he cares about. That has to be what he cares about. Because
But
they won't
what-
sign a deal in
Or
Pittsburgh.
I think he would be best in
Where?
on the Indianapolis Colts.
Why?
Did you see? Well, we talked about it. Luck did not get sacked that much this year. Like about
Oh.
18 or 19 times.
Oh, his percentage of sacks was way lower than
So
it
if they could
was when he
protect
was still
Luck-
playing. That's very true.
They could block for Bell.
That's a good reasoning.
They got weapons. They got T.Y. Hilton. They have Eric Ebron.
Yeah.
If Le'Veon goes
They
to
were a
Indy,
playoff team last season without him. Well,
if
they didn't
Le'Veon
have
is a
Le'Veon.
Colt in 2019 or for the 1920 season, Indy will go to the AFC Championship game.
Wow. That's
They
a pretty
will.
bold
They
statement.
have Darius Leonard, one of the best linebackers,
He
rookie
was a rookie
linebackers this
linebacker.
year.
Oh, imagine. Oh,
They're building up their defense. They can do that in free agency in the draft. Le'Veon's just a missing piece for that Colts
I can see
franchise.
that. They really are missing a consistent running game.
He's
now.
also he could be the Jets' missing piece too.
Yeah.
You think about it, Sam Darnold. You put a good back behind him.
Doesn't have to worry about throwing it as much.
The Jets have a average offensive line. They have an average defense. It's the fact that if the Jets are willing enough to go and get him,
That's any team now.
it's the same thing with Antonio Brown. He scared a lot of teams by doing that. And Le'Veon with all this, cockiness and stuff like that. I just don't know. I tell you, if he goes to Indy, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge. I can't believe.
I think a lot of stuff could happen if he went to Indianapolis.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But wherever Le'Veon goes, when that ESPN icon goes off on your phone, you want to check it. But you're driving. It's tough. You want to check it. You want to check where he wants to go, how much the deal was worth, the breaking news and all that. But it can wait. Along with all your calls and texts, they can wait.
Yep, exactly.
Drive now, text later.
Mm-hmm.
It can wait.
Exactly.
Sponsored by.
Don't even touch it. Look at
it. The Fraser High School Student Council SWAT team in the broadcast department, which we are in. So, let's go out. Let's go West Coast here. Let's go LeBron.
Okay.
It's not there.
Oh no,
It's not
they
there.
are.
They have a better chance of getting a top 3 pick than they do of making the playoffs.
Yes,
At
I
this
agree with
point.
you. They have a better chance of doing that. I believe they're in the 8th seed behind the Spurs right now. I want to say.
The
Around
9
that.
seed.
They're in the 9th seed.
9 or
They're like
10.
a game and a half behind the Spurs right now, or a few games, whatever it is.
Yes. We
So-
get it. I get it. We get it. I get it.
Do you think there's any chance that LeBron can help this team make a playoff spot at all?
No,
No.
because he's not all in. He's not all in it. He's not at all. Tim Duncan bought into Popovich. So much he took pay cuts. Brady bought into Belichick. So much he's starting to take pay cuts. Even Dwayne Wade bought into Pat Riley at the time. LeBron's not buying in LA.
LeBron doesn't even care.
He has so young guys that he doesn't connect with, and guys who are on 1 year or 2 year deals. He can't connect with them.
And a coach that he doesn't respect.
Heck.
Because when they were playing the Pelicans most recently, this was the Wednesday night game, the coach was in the huddle. LeBron was just off strolling along when he was starting. I was like, what are you doing? Just pay attention to your coach. Don't be like that. It's not respectful.
Luke Walton's gone. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but it's
At
just the
end of
fact
show,
that, this is just proving that he's not invested.
LeBron's good with shooters. LA doesn't have shooters. Put him
Not
with Kyrie.
developed, yes.
Put him with Kyrie.
If they want to play even.
Him with Kyrie.
They were
It
fine,
worked. Him and Lonzo's not there.
Lonzo's not a good shooter now.
Heck, even LeBron bought in with Kevin Love at the time.
Yeah, he was a shooter too.
He can't buy in with guys like JaVale McGee.
He could try to with Kyle Kuzma though, and Brandon Ingram. They're trying.
But
He's just
they're
trying
young-
to develop
But
their
they're
young talent.
But they're young guys
That's the
again. He
thing.
can't connect with.
You're just basically impatience. Is that what it is? Impatience.
Yeah, he's well. He just thought he would go there and it would be the most greatest thing since Kobe's Lakers or even the Showtime Lakers in the '80s. It's not.
You just gotta work hard. He's struggling with the Lakers.
And even if they get Anthony Davis, it's not going to solve his problems.
It's not really.
It won't solve his
Two
problems.
star caliber players. Really.
Anthony Davis is just big. He's there. He gets rebounds.
He's a shooter.
He can shoot underneath the basket, maybe a little bit of mid-range.
Play well defense.
Kevin
That's
Love
what they
could
need.
spread the floor when he was in Cleveland. He could spread the floor with the shooters that they had in
So
Cleveland.
you're telling me that Anthony Davis is not as good as Kevin Love? Is that what you're saying?
Not as a type of player. Anthony Davis and Kevin Love are two
Wow.
completely different players. Kevin Love could spread the floor. He can shoot the ball anywhere.
So you're saying what the Lakers are looking for, they need a player that can spread the floor, and Anthony Davis can't do that.
And set up an offense. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. I can agree with that, yes.
Exactly. So let's go back to the East Coast.
Traveling all across the country.
Michigan State on the road over Michigan this week.
That is a huge win.
It's
for
a
the
huge
Spartans.
win. I'm sitting there. I'm getting ready to watch the game. I tell the people I'm watching it with, all right, let's just get this over. Because I thought
You
there's
didn't
no
think they would win? Wow.
Because I thought there's no way. With on the road, with the way that Michigan was playing at home this year.
Isn't Goins or someone injured?
Kenny Goin, who's hurt? Nick
Yes.
Ward.
Nick Ward.
Nick
That's
Ward
huge for him. Yeah,
broke
that's
his hand. And that's why I thought. Josh Langford, he's gone.
Yep, exactly.
Nick Ward, he's gone. There's no way. State can't spread the floor like we were talking about with
The Lakers.
Kevin Love and the Cavs. I thought they couldn't spread the floor, but they did. They spread the floor. They had their big shoot, and it was working. They had their guard shoot. It was working. They had their guards getting rebounds.
That was
Winston
huge.
getting his own rebounds off of misses. And Winston taking control in the last 3 minutes of the game
This was a close game.
and
throughout
hitting
the
his
entire
free
game.
throws. And not to mention the fact that to about, I would say, 18 and a half minutes in the second half, both teams didn't make a three. That's terrible. I told Jordan Poole hit those 2 threes at the end of the game where it made it kind of close. It looked like State was going to blow it, but they hit their free throws. But the point, Michigan didn't look like themselves.
Really?
No, they didn't. That was their first home loss. of the year. I think in almost 2 seasons. It's been a while. That's huge for state. They're in first of the Big Ten. They're in first place. Michigan fell to 3rd place.
That's
Purdue's
sealed
ahead
it
of
pretty
them.
much, yeah.
It's Michigan State, Purdue, Michigan. Michigan State, we're going to get to
In
it.
Big Ten rankings, yes.
Yeah, we're going to get to it in a few. Michigan State has got not a huge road test, but they got a good road test coming up this weekend. Michigan has an even tougher road task. They do. They
definitely do. They definitely do.
And this is huge for state because both teams right now are 2 seeds going into the dance.
Yes.
Michigan State wins out. If they win the tournament, if they win out the regular season, which means beating Michigan on their home floor on the last night of the season, and they win the conference tournament, they will be the number one seed.
You think they will be a number 1 seed compared with Duke, Virginia, and Gonzaga?
Absolutely.
So, wow.
Absolutely.
Who am I missing out? Who's right now the other one?
Kentucky.
Even Kentucky.
They could beat out Kentucky. Absolutely. For a spot, yes.
That's
Depends on
a
matchup.
lot would have to happen. Kentucky would have to
Well,
trash the rest of the season.
Well, they have a tough road test too this week.
Oh, Kentucky does, yeah. Again, yes.
Yeah. So, and then we were supposed to come back, but we didn't because it's flu season, 6th season, but we missed it. But we're talking about now the All-Star game. It was entertaining.
It was very entertaining.
It was entertaining. I watched almost the whole thing. I even watched the full dunk contest. Way to go, Miles Bridges! You just screwed that thing up.
We gave you a lot of hype, buddy.
And it was a high scoring game, which we all
Expected,
predicted.
yes.
A lot of the lobs and the spike lobs and.
That was awesome. Curry, Giannis.
We know that Damian Lillard can shoot the ball now. I know that from watching
he
that.
definitely could shoot the ball. I've always known that.
Steph, I don't know what was going on with him that night.
He's just.
Giannis, I know that he is a player that will stay around for a while and contend with guys like Durant and LeBron
Oh,
for
he
a
definitely
long
can.
time.
Oh, yeah.
For a long time, just by watching that. The 3-point contest, Joe Harris.
That was a
Steph.
shock.
Well, Curry he made his first 8 because I watched it. He made his first 8. He missed 7 in a row.
Yeah.
Then he had to make it up, so he made 3 in a row. He hit his money ball. He goes to his money ball rack. He has to make every single money ball to tie. Makes the first, boom. Makes second, boom. Third, goes. Fourth, he missed. Fifth, he makes. He loses by 2. So, but it was a good game. It was great. It was great to watch. It was great to watch. I just hope they keep it up. As the years
For this
go on.
process, I think so.
And I just
Having
like the
a live
selection. I just like
draft and
how
just
it
have
is.
them pick their players. Yeah, I like that. I really like
And
that.
Dirk.
Yeah, he was shooting.
Yes, sir. And before we go on, sort of transition to the NBA this weekend. We have a message from a guy who's been here a couple of times, Darren Harris.
All right. Let's go.
Message for you.
What's going on, Frazier? Hi, it's Darian Harris, former Michigan State and Cincinnati Bengal linebacker. Heard from Aaron you guys are doing a campaign on distracted driving. And first I wanted to say I think that's phenomenal. I think it's great that you guys are valuing your safety and the safety of others. Wanted to remind you guys to put the phones down while you guys are driving. The texts can wait, the calls can wait. Make sure you're understanding that doing that keeps you and everybody else safe. Really appreciate again that you all are doing this. You guys are becoming leaders in your community, and that's fantastic. Go green and finish the year out.
I mean, that's a great ad. That's a great ad. That's a great ad from. He didn't have to do that.
That was very
But-
generous.
But let's go to the NBA, like we said before the ad, before the little break. Detroit at Cleveland. Now here's the thing. Detroit is like, some days they're here, some days they're there, and they're in between.
They're mediocre. That's what Detroit is.
They lost to the Spurs this week on the road.
Spurs needed it, but Detroit.
I could go on for about an hour complaining about how the Spurs are just. I just don't know what's not there. I don't know what's not clicking.
DeRozan.
He's there. He's there. He's not
I mean,
all
they're
the
cooking.
way. He's not like all the way there.
They don't have Kawhi. They don't have defense.
That's the thing.
That's their thing. They can't play defense anymore.
Look, yeah, but I'm watching the men play the Pistons. Letting Ish Smith go. He's dribbling around the key, dribbling around. Just goes in for a layup. They can't do that. Now, if they want a shot, there's no way.
Oh yeah, they're low tier, like what we said, 7th or 8th seed right now. It's just not good.
Well, they were an 8 seed last year in a crowded West, and it's crowded again. You know, but going back to the Pistons here, they could go as high as a 6. They're sitting as a 7. In which, I'm looking at it right now. Milwaukee's the 1, Toronto's the 2.
For sure. Toronto's like, ooh, Toronto.
Indiana would be a 3. I would love the Pistons playing Indiana or Boston, for that matter, because Boston's not there.
Boston's, yeah,
they have the talent.
Yet.
The talent's there. They're just not clicking.
That's exactly it.
They're not clicking. So I would love to see the Pistons play because I think they could beat them.
Oh, that'd be something to see.
They could beat them. There's no doubt. But they have to get past these easy games like this in Cleveland.
Like Cleveland, yes, which they will win.
They have. Yeah, I got them as well. They have to. So, the primetime game for this week. It's Golden State at Philly.
Ooh, it's gonna be a really good game.
After Golden State's heartbreaking loss at the hands of Dwayne Wade and the Heat.
Which was an amazing shot. Loved Dwayne Wade. That was awesome.
At the hands of Dwayne Wade. They're going to Philly. Philly's, as we talked about, they're there.
They're like a 4 seed. They're
there
really
too.
Good. They have the talent. They're clicking. That is.
The Pistons.
They can spread the floor.
Exactly, because they have shooters.
They
have bigs who can shoot. Tobias can shoot.
Tobias is huge for them too.
Joel Embiid can shoot. Ben Simmons is good inside. He can't shoot.
You can always count on one of them to have that great game. That
JJ Redick is always there. You have the size and Boban.
Yes.
You can stretch. You know, stretch your size. You know, and Philly. You know, I think they can.
I think Philly can win this game.
They can win it, but they won't.
You're gonna pick Golden State. I'm gonna pick Philadelphia.
Yep.
Philadelphia at home.
I like it because, you know, it's not a Warrior way to lose 2 in a row, especially Eastern Conference teams. On the road, it's tough, but Golden State doesn't lose to Eastern Conference teams that much, not often, especially before when they play Cleveland.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
But other than that, you know, Oklahoma City, who's been on fire.
Oh, they are amazing.
With Westbrook and Paul George, with Paul George being in the MVP race, you know. They're going to San Antonio. The Spurs at home are great. They're great. They're 26-7 this year at home. Their road record is another story. But they are great at home. There's no doubt about it. But in terms of this game, last time the Spurs had the Thunder at home, they went triple overtime.
Wow.
And the Spurs came out on top. And they'll come out on top again.
OKC's going to beat them. I think they'll beat them.
Why?
Just everything. They can spread out the floor, too. Russell Westbrook can have a triple-double night basically any time.
As long
you
as
can count on Paul George to make any clutch shots or game-winning shots. They have a big man in Steven Adams who can beat anybody in a post. If you do him and LaMarcus Aldridge, well, Steven Adams can't guard him, but I don't think LaMarcus could keep up with his post moves. So I can just – and Oklahoma City's bench is pretty deep. Oklahoma City, I think, can win this.
Paul George is playing great.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's great. He's great. There's no doubt about that. In terms of MVP, I don't think he can win it.
Compared to all the other options, like
there's-
Giannis.
I was going to say there's somebody up in our next matchup that's,
Oh, exactly.
in my opinion, my MVP for the year. Milwaukee goes to Utah. Utah is still fighting for a spot. They're fighting for a spot, you know, in that crowded West, and they're hosting Milwaukee. It's a Giannis show. That's all it is. It's Giannis and a bunch of other role players. Giannis is the star,
Yeah, but
and all of his other teammates are a bunch of cast members.
they're clutch though. Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon, Brooke Lopez, for crying out loud. They can help them. They are good.
But Milwaukee's got this on the
Milwaukee
road.
has this, yes. Yes, they do.
Absolutely. College basketball, we hit the home stretch, as we were talking about.
Let's do it.
What we were talking about earlier in the show, Michigan State goes to Indiana, and a good road test. It's a good road test for them, especially at the end of the year.
Michigan State has
They had a
it.
great road test against Michigan.
Mhm.
It's another good road test here.
If they're able to contain Romeo Langford, they'll win this easily, I think.
Because
But
of-
Michigan State needs to actually
You
start the game off good, even against Michigan.
They
Even
started
when
off
were winning,
shaky.
They always start off shaky. They
Well,
need
no,
to
I
have a
take that
good
back.
start.
I take that back. Michigan State started out great against Michigan. They went 10-13 in the beginning.
Yeah, but
of
Michigan
that game.
came back right at them, though.
And then Michigan State hit a 2.5 minute scoring drought. Then they went hot again. and then a 3-minute drop.
They cannot have those drops. They need to be consistent.
They have to
need
stay
be
consistent, or consistent enough that they build up a lead, or they build up enough momentum
That's
that
the
they
thing.
can carry them the rest of the game.
That's the thing. They'll be able to win this game.
Especially the last time these two teams met, Indiana beat Michigan State, and they're at
Exactly.
their own house. So
Exactly.
it's payback. It's a little bit payback time. State's
Contain
got this.
Romeo Langford, you're set.
Ohio State at Purdue. Two teams. They were going to go far in the conference tournament, as well as the national tournament. But in terms of this, Purdue is impenetrable on their home floor. They are. You know, they.
Oh, no, I completely agree with you.
But Ohio State's got, they have a lot of fight. They really do. They can shoot the ball. They can rebound the ball. But Purdue can do the same thing, and that's why Purdue will keep the Big Ten race interesting and win this to keep up with State.
Purdue's going to win this game.
And the big SEC matchup, a rematch. Kentucky #4 to #7 Tennessee. This is where Tennessee proves themselves. Okay, you got banged up, you got knocked up last time you played them on the road.
Very badly. Kentucky
Very badly. You're on the Rocky Top. You're gonna win. You have to prove yourself. If you want to at least have a shot at a 1 seed, you have to win this game. You have to take down a potential as of right now #1 seed.
Yes. Kentucky's clicking. They were shaky beginning of the season. Now they're looking as a unit. They know
Absolutely.
who their players are, who's able to come out on top. Kentucky's going to win this game.
Really.
Kentucky's going to win this.
Mm-hmm. All right. And then what we were talking about, Michigan. A bigger road test that Michigan State has on their plate. They're going to Maryland as another team that's going to cause havoc in the Big Dance. Because as of right now, Michigan, as the Big Ten has 8 teams right now in the tournament.
Ooh, that's amazing for a Big Ten.
That's great for a conference.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the SEC, it's always in any sport. The Big Ten can never compete with the SEC. There's too many big schools. Well,
Let us know.
yeah. But in terms of this game, Michigan wants to bounce back. They need to bounce back. You know, if they want to at least try a double bye or a bye in the Big Ten tournament, they want that double bye. And they're going to get it done. It's not going to be easy for them, but they're going to get it done.
They have a good start.
But Maryland's
No
got shooters
trust.
on that team.
That's the thing. They need to play defense too.
Maryland's streaky. They're like Michigan State. They're streaky. If they go on a run, look out.
You have to watch out for that. Just always stay on your toes. Always just look out for who you're guarding, and then just play your role on offense, and you'll win this game, Michigan.
Yeah. Wow, that was
That
a
was
lot.
crazy.
Wow, that was a lot.
of news. Oh man.
Wow, that was a lot. Wow. Closing remarks. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And to follow us on Instagram and little announcement here. March 14th show. Before we get into we fill out our brackets, we'll have Naval Academy kicker Cameron Shook in the studio with us. And towards the end, Friday, April 26th, Casey the Potter will be back with us.
Yes. Love Casey.
So, a little bit of that. And make sure you go out and check out Size Up, One Flame, and Moneyball Sportswear.
Oh yeah.
It's great. It's great. Eric, who couldn't because he's watching film because he's prepping for a
Huge game.
district championship game. The jerseys, sponsored by Moneyball Sportswear.
Very cool. Very stylish.
They're awesome. And I know, Sam, Martin, apologies. We ran out of time. I'm sorry. It was your birthday a couple days ago. I'm sorry, but we ran out of time for you today. So, Brian, good show.
It was a great show.
A lot of news.
Oh, yeah.
And we will be back next week where we take all the latest news, trends, and happenings, and we put them on the hot seat. Until then, as always, keep it fresh.
Hey, it's Brad Galley from WXYZ Channel 7. I work in the sports department. Everything is always moving at such a crazy pace now. As a dad of 2, I have had to learn. Put the phone down. It can wait until you get home. It can wait till the red light. It's tough. I know it. You want to check Twitter. You want to check Instagram. You want to check Snapchat. You want to check what the Ramblers did last night in the big basketball game. But you got to wait until you get home. Have a good day, everybody.